Peace and love. I hope all is well. I decided to come on and do a reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay? I'll probably upload these readings maybe once or twice a month. Why? Because I'm a Libra Sun. Libra's my sun sign. And I enjoy Libra readings, watching Libra readings. So why not do some? All right. Let's get started. And this will be a career and spiritual love reading. All right, so let's start with the career portion. Spirit, what messages do you have for us today in regards to our career? What are our finances looking like? Our purpose, what do you want us to move into? Alright, let's see what we get here. And this is the Tarot de St. Croix. Alright, we have the Ace of Wands. So some of us are in the process of starting new. New beginnings with the Ace. New creative energy. New projects that we're working on. Knight of Swords. This energy will come in quickly with the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords brings in a unique energy. It's not necessarily being prepared for it when the Knight of Swords comes through. Something like the Knight of Pentacles, where it's taken time. The Knight of Swords comes through in a brash manner, and it might catch you off guard with this energy, with this new beginning that's coming in. Three of Swords. There could have been disappointment in the past, maybe something that can go through, a project that you're working on, a job, or financial situations that could have left you had you financially depleted, or just checking your money, or being really careful with your money, having major setbacks when it comes to your money, when it comes to your career, but mainly your finances is what I'm picking up with that one. And the Sun is here on the bottom, so we're saying that we're moving into a better time when it comes to our purpose, when it comes to our careers, when it comes to our money management, all right? High Priestess, under that, Spirit is saying using your intuition. Two of Cups means it could be a partnership on the horizon, a contract coming through. Let's see, and whatever's coming through will be favorable for you. So, with the Two of Cups energy there. Three of Pentacles underneath that one, saying that the situation is going to be not only hard work, but you'll finally be in a position where you'll be recognized for your hard work. All right? So, people will start to see your talents. People will start to see all the effort that you've put into it and all the growth that you've done from the past. You're implementing all the things that you've done from the past, and you're moving into something new with this Ace of Wands. For some of us, it could be going into a new job. For some of us, we're actually implementing things on our own. It could be starting your own business. If there's an idea that you have, some type of creation, because the Wands deals with creative energy. So it could be writing a book, working on a new art piece, presenting something new to the world, a new idea, your own business. This could be the Wands, also, as well as working for an organization. All right, let's get a few more. So the Knight of Swords is saying that we're in the process of starting something new. All right, that's coming in. When it comes in, it's going to come in quickly, and it's going to be powerful with this Knight energy. The Knight of Swords also brings in the energy of things of maybe it might be something that you're apprehensive about, or something that you're not sure of, because the Knight of Swords has I don't want to say jarring, but it's not necessarily the smoothest or softest energy. So it's telling you to be prepared for new things that are coming in, all right? Give me something in regards to this Three of Swords, Spirit. And then also for this new opportunity coming in. As we're moving on our spiritual purpose with our work. That's what we're here to do. Got one. Let's see what else we get. Let's get one more. Thank you, angels. I'll take that one since it popped up. So we have the Sun card again, and we have the bright future. Underneath it, we had walk away. All right? Let go of burdens and worries. Surrender your ego and walk away. Feel the freedom and enlightenment as you rise above petty matters. Follow your inner quest and luxuriate in the well-deserved peace of mind. So, petty matters. These things, walking away from heartbreak, walking away from situations that didn't pan out, walking away from people who didn't see the value in our work, walking away from jobs that didn't fulfill us, that didn't work to uplift us and put us in a high vibrational energy, which moves us in the direction of our spiritual work. All right. We're always working spiritually on this planet. All right. So we have to be at the proper vibration. If we're dealing in environments, dealing with people, admin or managers or co-workers that constantly vibrate at a negative frequency or send out negative energy, or you're working in restrictive environments where you're not able to blossom or allow your full potential to shine, allow your light to shine, that's going to bring your vibration down. And you're not going to be able to work in your purpose fully, all right? Spirit's not going to be able to speak to you when you're in those heavy environments because you're going to be depleted. This is an energy of depletion. So Spirit is saying that you've decided to walk away, or if you haven't decided to walk away, now is the time to start to walk away for the benefit of your health, your emotional and your physical well-being, all right? We think about being in jobs and workplaces that have a toll on us emotionally, but they also affect us physically and spiritually as well. So please be aware of that. Having confidence on the bottom here as you implement something new, as you embrace a new opportunity, having the confidence to know that it wouldn't be presented to you unless it was meant for you. Knowing that you have the skills from whatever you've done in the past, whatever you've learned, situations that you've come across, to go into this new opportunity with confidence, all right? And there will be a sense of justice, righting a wrong from a past, okay? Maybe you were overlooked at your job. Maybe you were treated a certain type of way. Maybe finances have always been a little bit on the rocky side. Spirit is saying it's time to come up out of that, all right? The sun is here. You are on fire with success through the radiant energy of the sun. Dreams are coming true. Targets are being reached. And innocence is being rewarded. Your children or your creations are soaring into a bright future with uplifting fortunes beckoning. All right. So, with that Ace of Wands, your creations. What are you working on? What do you have a desire to put out into the world? This is the time to do it now. Spirit is saying that if you do it now, and if you implement it now, there will be success, okay? With the Knight of Swords coming in, it's saying that it won't take as long as you think if you actually go ahead and start implementing and putting those things out there. We see the wand with that spark of fire and the growth there on the wand with the flowers, which means that you've put in time here with that growth. You've started to see buds. You're starting to see things flower. Those creations are there in your mind, and that fire is there. So we want to utilize the energy of that fire with the sun. Bright future. Hope truly springs eternal. Aspirations has been your driving force through difficult times. Your future is filled with love, laughter, and fulfilled dreams. Embrace these blessings with outstretched arms. So, difficult times with this Three of Swords. Things that didn't work out before in the past. Projects that didn't go the way that you wanted them to. Jobs that didn't pan out the way that you wanted them to. Being in environments that harmed you more than helped you, okay? That's the Three of Swords energy. It's the energy of sorrow. But Spirit is saying that we're coming up out of that and we're moving into a bright future. As long as we see it, and as long as we grab on into to that ace energy, the aces are there for us to just understand that the opportunities are there. The energy is there. The choice is always ours, okay? The choice is ours to make. We don't have to grab onto the opportunity. The Knight of Swords can come in, right? And if we don't have that confidence, if we don't have that belief in ourselves, we want to just say no to it. We're going to say, no, thank you. Maybe next time I'm not quite ready. I don't think I have what it takes to do it. Don't do that to yourself, because opportunities are presented to you by the Creator, by the universe, the Most High, those energies, your angels, your guides, your ancestors, all those, that spiritual team that we work with on a regular basis. They would not allow it to be presented to you unless they knew that you had what it took to bring it into fruition. All right. So have that belief in yourself. Have that belief in your spiritual fire here. We see fire on all three of these cards, which means that whatever you go into, whatever you do it with spirit at the top. All right. The spiritual energy at the top, which means your higher self is activated from the top always. And so you're going into it with a spiritual energy. You're going into it with that that high level vibration. All right. We're knowing who we are. We're working with our higher selves. We're working with that confidence. All right. All right. So it's looking good. It's looking good. It's looking good if we want it to. It's looking good if we want to take the steps. It's looking good. But things can always stay the same, right? Things can always stay the same. If you don't activate that spiritual fire, things can always stay the same. If you don't bring that confidence of self out, things can always stay the same. If you don't believe that you have what it takes to bring something new, a new creation into the world, things will stay the same, right? So the first step starts with belief. Believing in yourself. Believing in your spiritual team, that you're on the right path. Not allowing this Three of Swords energy to continue to plague you and hold you back. Going into new situations, moving in new directions. Bringing in a new way of being. Let's get one from the Masters of Light Wisdom. Let's see what we have here. Gentleness. Ascended Master White Eagle. Be pure, kind, and gentle to yourself and others. This awakens your soul and all humanity. All right. So we're moving away from past hurts. Things that maybe didn't go right. We're allowing those things to move on. Those were lessons. We implement those lessons. We integrate them into our lives. We learn from them. And then we move on, right? And so those are part of the things that we take in. We let some go. We take some in. And we move forward with it. But we're always gentle with ourselves. Maybe a situation where your self-esteem was tested with this Three of Swords. Right? People looked down on you. Or maybe your creation wasn't thought of in a favorable manner. Maybe people have things to say. Maybe people talked about it. Who knows what the deal is? But Spirit is saying, believe in yourself, but be gentle with yourself. Be gentle in yourself when others would be harsh to you. When the world might be harsh to you. Work to be gentle with yourself. Be kind to others. That's always that could be a hard thing to do. If you're dealing with this Three of Swords energy, it's easy to want to blame others, or it's easy to want to look at others negatively. Let them go. Let those situations go. Wish everybody the best. Maybe that situation wasn't for me. Maybe this person treated me in a harsh manner. I wish them the best, but it's time for me to move forward. Don't hold on to any negativity, okay? Because that's going to keep you from seeing those positive things that you need to see in your life, okay? That means that we're allowing other people to be a part of our condition or conditioning us, right? In a negative manner. So let those situations go. Let those people go. Let those environments go. And say, you know what? I wish you well. That's it. It's just that simple. Don't hold on to it. Don't lose sleep over it. Use this Ace of Wands and start bringing some new things into creation. For some of us, like I said, you're working on a project. For some of us, you just need to get on Indeed or whatever it might be and look for something new. Something new here. Something new here for you. Utilizing every single skill that you've got, that you've learned over the years from lessons, from the Three of Swords energy. So, illumination, the luminous one. Lighten up. You are a beautiful being of light. It is time to shine your light. You are a luminary. All right, so we saw the fire here with the Ace of Wands, with the Knight of Swords at the end of that, at the sword there with that fire. Even on the Three of Swords, we have the fire there. Sometimes it takes sorrow, or it takes leaving a situation or parting ways to bring out that fire, to bring out that spiritual fire. Those things can remain dormant unless you're put in a position where you have to bring it to the surface. That fight or flight type of situation where you have to say, okay, Spirit, let's go. What do we have to do? How do we have to get out of the situation? What have I learned from it? What do I know? That fire can come from situations where you've been tested, where you've been put to the test. The sun is here. That's also the spiritual fire. It's saying that you're being illuminated. You know the way forward. It's saying you're a luminary. So not only are you being guided by your ancestors, you're being guided by the sun, which is the highest level to me. All right? Spirit is saying that you have the ability to guide others. Whatever this work is, whatever this creation is, whatever this new position is, whatever you have on tap for your spiritual work / career, it says that you're in a position to guide and lead others when your spirit is on fire. All right? All right, let's see. Beautiful energies. Let's look at love really quickly. And this is spiritual love, all right? This is not a toxic love reading. We're not talking about somebody from the past. We're not talking about somebody that hurt you. We're not talking about somebody that can't decide. They're with somebody else. If they're with somebody else, friends, they're with somebody else, all right? We're not waiting on somebody that's making love to someone else, somebody that's spending their resource and their time with someone else. That's not what Spirit wants for us. That's not what our guides want for us, okay? What we're calling in this reading, it's a spiritual love reading. It's not a twin flame. We don't get into that here. What this is, we are here on spiritual paths, doing spiritual works for the Most High energies. We're here lightening the energies and changing the energies for our ancestors. A lot of us are ancestral workers. If you're watching this channel, that's what I do here. You're spiritual workers, which means that is at the top. It's first and foremost when it comes to your life. Love comes in. And when you come into a spiritual union, it means that you're meeting somebody that's vibrating at a similar vibration as you, okay? Which means that when you come together, it's for love, it's for romance, okay? But it's also for the work, for the spiritual work. It's not going to hang you up. It's not going to keep you from doing what you need to do. And here's a quick disclaimer. If you're waiting on someone and you're not working, doing your spiritual work, you need to focus on your healing. That's the main thing you need to do. We're not spending time holding ourselves up, waiting on people who do not have the courage to be with us, to talk to us, to approach us. It takes courage to love. When you meet your spiritual partner, they will have courage, okay? Do you have courage? If you have courage, your spiritual mate will have courage. If you don't have courage, you're going to be stuck in a merry-go-round waiting for someone that can't love you properly. And that's all it is to it. That's what I believe in here. The love comes from loving yourself first. When you love yourself first, you're vibrating at a powerful energy. You can see it. And the ones who don't have the power, the ones who don't have the strength, the ones who don't have the courage, they won't have anything to say to you. It's the one that will have the power. It's the one that will have the courage. Maybe you all aren't at the same path or doing the same thing, but the strength is still there, and they can at least come to you and say, hi, you know, and you go from there. Anything else, friends? You're holding your work up. Don't hold up your work. Angels, we're looking to bring love into our lives. Some of us are already with partnerships, loving partnerships. We give thanks for those. Some of us are looking for love, and we're looking for love while we're working. We're looking for love as we're healing, all right? We're always healing, guys. We're always healing. That doesn't mean that we can't find love. That doesn't mean that we can't be put in loving situations. The healing is continuous. As we're healing, as we're growing in our purpose, as we're moving in the direction that you would have us go into, as we're working with our spirit team, as we're working with our spirit guides, as we're following in the direction that our ancestors will have us follow into in order to benefit the spiritual community, All right? That's where we are, and that's what we're doing. Tell me a little bit about love for us. Is it time for us right now? Is it time for us? And if it's time, how do we go about it? We have the 7 of Candles. All right? We have the Queen of Candles. It's a powerful energy. It's the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is a leader. She's not to be approached lightly. It's a powerful, powerful energy. Masculine or feminine, all right? It's the energy. The Queen of Wands. She takes control. She shows up in her full power. Because don't forget about the career reading. She's executing her purpose. She's moving out. And if this is a masculine energy, take it as it resonates. Moving out with the spiritual fire. Approaching life with the spiritual fire. Approaching situations with that same fire, that same heat, that same purpose, that same mentality. This is not a meek and mild queen. This is a queen that knows what needs to be done spiritually. She knows what needs to be done intuitively. It's a high level energy here. It's a wise woman energy with the Queen of Wands. She moves with the spirit of fire. Got the blue flame here. She looks to purify. Somebody who looks to purify is not ready to walk into situations that are going to bring her energy down. She's not looking for any relationships that are going to bring her energy down. She's not looking for any people that want to put that fire out. The fire needs to burn, right? And so when you're coming into union, you're coming into union with somebody who will allow that fire to burn. No one's trying to change anybody. No one's trying to put anybody down. No one's trying to put somebody's fire out. The fire has to continuously burn because that's how you get the messages. That's how this queen gets the messages. The Hanged One. All right. So this Queen of Wands energy, the Hanged One is a powerful energy to me. Okay. It could mean that we're delayed right now. We're delayed because we're working on a purpose. We're delayed because we have things set on our path that we need to do first. But we're delayed because Spirit is speaking to us right now. Information is coming to us right now. And we're asked to be still in that. Look at things in a different way. That's the way I see with the Hanged One. Looking at things in a different way. These two cards here, the Queen of Candles and the Hanged One, if this is a person, this isn't the type of woman or man that will be approached easily anyway, because the Hanged One is somebody who not only looks at things differently, but people look at them differently as well. They're upside down, right? So they see the world in a different way. They view the world, they walk in the world in a different way. They have different insights. They're having different conversations. They're talking to their ancestors. They're going to the river and doing offerings. They might strip down naked and go and dance underneath the moon. They want to feel their bare feet on the soil. Right? Talk to ghosts. They believe in ghosts. This is the Queen of Wands. This is the gift. This is a gift of the Queen of Wands energy. It's a powerful gift. Any type of relationship that you come into with this Queen of Wands energy means that you need to meet someone that is confident. They also have to look at things differently. They also have to view the world in a certain way. They have to have courage, guys. They have to have the fire. They have to have their own type of spiritual fire. The Queen of Wands expects nothing less. Underneath it, the 8 of Roses. It's the 8 of Pentacles. It means that it's time to work. Love is here. Love is always here. Let's not forget that. Even if you're in a partnership, you're loving, the work still needs to be done, the spiritual work. If you're not in a partnership, Spirit is saying that you are always loved. You're loved by Spirit. You're loved by your ancestors. You're loved by your guides. You're loved by the people that are around you, that you vibrate, and it's reciprocal. Even without the romantic love, you're still loved. But there's work that needs to be done. When you're in the midst of the work and you're burning with the spiritual fire and you're creating with the 7 of shells and you're collaborating with the 3 of shells, you're celebrating, you're enjoying life, you're giving offering with the 3 of shells. It's the 3 of cups. When you're in the midst of that work with the fire energy of this queen, that's when that love will come in. And I'm thinking about that Knight of Swords from that reading. Come in like the Knight of Swords, you won't be ready for it. The energy of the person could be like the Knight of Swords, where they might be not reckless, that's not the right word, but maybe jarring, maybe off guard, maybe they could be different than what you thought they would be. But never is the light not shining. Ask yourself right now, am I activating my light? Am I shining my light? You have to shine the light in order for that reciprocal energy to find you. If your light is dim, you're going to find dim-witted folks, dim-witted people. Finding dim-witted people is not a good thing. It's harmful. So Spirit is saying there's love there. There's love that's always there. But before we get to the love, let's work on the fire. When we approach the love, and when the love finds us, or if the love has already found us, let's go into it with the fire, ever burning. Give us one message here. Things are taking time with the Hanged One. Don't get discouraged if you haven't met the person yet. Why? Because we got work to do, friends. We're working. We're working. We're lighting the fire. We're keeping things at bay that would seem to harm us with the 7 of Wands. We're not dealing with negative energy. We don't have time for it. We're here to work. We have spiritual work to do. Our ancestors need us. And if you don't do ancestral work, whatever work you do, to be honest, guys, we're always doing ancestral work. Because whatever you're doing, if you're working to lift the vibration, then you're lifting the vibration of your grandmother, your great-grandmother, your great-great-grandmother, and so on. Do it with love. Is this situation, let's get one of these cards, and then I'm going to, tension, release. We saw that we're working on release now. I have nothing left. That's a trigger statement. True statement. I nurture myself. Dear one, it's time to settle. Create a sacred space where you can be. In that place of rest, healing will unfold. So the healing, it goes back to this gentleness card that we saw earlier. Just because we're healing doesn't mean we're not activating the fire. We're not activating the light. Healing activates the fire, right? We have to heal in order to bring out the fire. All right? This woman is powerful. She's not powerful because she knows it all. She's not powerful because she's running into situations all crazy and doing things wild. She's powerful because she knows herself. And she knows when she needs to step back. She knows when she needs to heal. She knows when she needs to bring out that 7 of Wands energy and get out of situations and move away with that Ace of Wands, starting fresh, starting new. She knows what will activate her fire, and she knows what will put it out. That's healing. Healing means you're working to know yourself. Time. Revive. Trigger statement. I cannot stand myself. True statement. I am aligned. Go within and allow everything that is not resonant to be purged so that you can come from your heart, your seat, and your seat of power. You hear that? I can't find all the cards, but we're letting it go with the Seven of Wands energy, with that Three of Swords that we saw earlier. If it's not keeping the fire burning, if it's confusion, we need to move away from it. We need to work on our healing. When it comes to relationships, if you're in a partnership and you're confused, you don't know what this person's doing, do they love me? Do they like me? No, there's no fire in that. Don't be afraid to step alone to focus on your fire. Don't be afraid to step alone, to be alone and focus on your healing. Love yourself. All right, let's do one more. Auspicious symbols. And this is in regards to career and love. What message, Spirit? Thank you. We're working on blazing, okay? We want that fire to be ever present. The fire is how we create. We don't have the fire, we can't create, friends. We won't have the energy. The energy to create. When it's time for the Knight of Wands energy, we won't have the confidence. When it's time for the Three of Pentacles energy, we won't be able to show them what we know. If we're in situations with the Seven of Wands, we'll be confused. Dealing with people who don't see us properly. The Hanged One. We're sitting there in stasis. Dealing with people who don't see us. Dealing with situations that don't heal us or don't nourish us. People who will look at you and talk about you and say things about you because you see things differently. Partners that you have to constantly explain yourself to. No. Do you think this energy is explaining themselves constantly to people? Why they have to heal? Why they have to do this? Why they have to do that? No. She's got her familiar here. She's happy just with this snake. Transformation with that energy. Also with this Queen of Wands. Let's look at this one really quickly. I'm going to say something else about the Queen of Wands. Davantari. Receive the blessing of balance, sound health, and self-care. Queen of Wands. She's thinking about that self-care. This is a sexy woman. This is a powerful woman. This is a woman who is in tune with her sexuality. She's loving her body, no matter the shape. He, she, take it as it resonates. Loving their body. Loving every aspect of themselves. Stepping out with power. Embracing that energy of being a woman. Things that society would tell us that we have to hide, or society would tell us that that's, what are you doing? Why would you do that? This type of energy walks in pure power. It's nothing more powerful than a woman, and I'm going to say a woman. It's nothing more powerful than a woman in tune with her body, in tune with her spirit, in tune with her emotions, on top of her healing. Loving herself fully in every way. We still have ways to go when it comes to being women, especially if you're a woman of color and you're watching this. How society would seem to look at us and create the image of us. Some women are still moving into their femininity. If you've been in a situation where you've had to play the masculine role in your life when it comes to getting through day by day, The intuitive softness of energy is also extremely powerful, and it can move mountains as well. But so many of us have had to be bogged down by certain situations that self-care could mean simply just loving your body right now, touching your body, okay? Being comfortable with your body, loving on yourself like this Queen of Wands energy, getting to know yourself, getting to understand you sexually. Who are you? What do you want? What do you want for yourself? How do you find pleasure? Even pleasure in the physical touch could be pleasure in just things that you enjoy, things that light the fire for you. If you don't understand what lights your fire, nobody else is going to be able to light it for you. You have to be able to light it for yourself first. Loving on yourself. And especially for women of color, loving yourself for your ancestors, for your great-great-great-grandmother that might have been hurt, that might have been treated or looked at a certain way because they were a woman. Things like that remain in the spiritual DNA, where there's fear and shame about being a woman. There are things that are going on in the world right now, and we'll talk a little bit about that, but there's still so many things that we're talking about when it comes to women having control of their bodies, childbirth, those things. Women being looked at as women and not objects, not objectified by men. Calling the body back into the self, calling the spirit back into the self, having ownership over your body. Not saying that we don't love others, but we love ourselves more than anything. Loving the body, because my great-great-grandmother, great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother might not have had full control over her body. I'm here now and I have full control over my body. I have control over being a woman and how I want to execute my powers being a woman. That's the Queen of Wands energy. If you're not operating in this energy, the self-healing, the self-love needs to begin. Do not seek any type of partnerships if you are not burning with the spiritual fire of the Most High, of the sun energy, of the spirit energy. Do not seek partnerships if you have not spoken and spent time getting to understand and cultivate the higher self. If you don't know what brings you passion, if you don't know what things are sensual to you, it's not time. It's the Hanged One. Run a bubble bath tonight. Get some rose petals. If you're with the mate, this still can be done. Let your mate know how to treat your body. The Queen of Wands wants to be loved. She wants to be on fire. Not because the person will bring her the fire, because she should already be on fire in the first place. What's going to have you lit up? What's going to have you lit up? All right. Until next time. Peace.